Hi, beautiful Gemini. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Gemini, it's been forever and ever since I've been here. Long story short, let's just dive right into it after the holidays and sicknesses and illnesses and whatnot. Gemini, what's going on for you? I'm happy to be on this side of the year, 2022, and this new energy in this new month of January. We're going to start with an overall energy here, and then we're just going to go deeper and deeper into the energy, into the message for you. Gemini. And you're going to have plenty of time to figure out if this is your reading or not. And then I'm going to talk at the end of the reading for those who are interested to go deeper into your message if you find that this is your reading, that there's two options. But I'm going to talk to you about that at the end if you're interested. Knowledge, seek knowledge, is the overall energy that comes out. Knowledge. I mean, it's typical Gemini. If I just look at it from a very, I don't know what to call it, hands-on, practical, 3D, okay, so there's a lot of situations going on, but that's typical Gemini. It's just, you have a lot of things going on. We have one situation here, one here in between, one up there, and then one here. Just give me a moment. Just the first feeling that I get is we're moving up in the world. Doesn't make any sense. We're moving up in the world. We could call it ascension. We could call it new, knowledge, new information, expansion of consciousness, I guess. Do you see there's a foggy or a cloudy. It's almost like we're traveling on stardust. It's it's going upwards like that. It's like a motion. I don't know if you see that. There you go. Do you see that? I'm sorry for not being completely still. There's out in thin air. Angels are with you. There's an angel right there, and it's lifting up, and it's we're coming up to this next level. There's up here there's something different happening, and it feels like a preparation on your part, you're reading up on this next level thing. It's so broad. The very first thing that I get around this is just that it's just so broad. It's it can be literally anything. It can be next level, very again, very earthly, very 3D, very practical. It can be next level in your business, next level in your relationship, next level in some sort of education, but it can also be next level in consciousness, and I would say that is a little bit broader, bigger. So let's see what this is all about. Gemini. It's you're waiting to take the next step. Knowledge, seek knowledge. You're waiting to take the next step. Why is this here for Gemini, please? Wow. This just flew out there. Balance and intuition. Very similar energy, very similar. So both are black borders. We have 11, which is the master number, and then we have number 2. So 11 is not 2. 11 stays 11, but it's both of those are talking about balance. And we have the balance card. We have the intuition. It's very much about feeling your way there, knowing your way there. And this is definitely, of course, it could still be business. It could still be relationship related, education, and whatever. But it's with these two cards, it's more it's the broadening of the consciousness. I feel with this balance card and with this intuition card, it's very much okay. Next level. You're gathering knowledge around something. It's like okay, so how do I learn how to get a deeper connection with my intuition? How do I learn to have a deeper connection with my guides or with my higher wisdom? Astral projection. Like, I'm trying to think of things like that's not, I guess, not out of the ordinary, because it's like your intuition is freaking ordinary. Your intuition should be ordinary. But it's like it's next level for you, Gemini. It's like something you're reading into something. You want to go deeper into a subject that evolves your like higher power, spirit, consciousness. You're taking off. It's like the same. It's like we're up here in the clouds. It's the same airy feeling, like we're lifting off. We're not using, like, the stairs are right underneath it. Like we could I can't talk. We could just use the stairs. Like the staircase is right there. I guess that's typical Gemini as well. If I completely generalize Gemini, it's like we could use the stairs, or we could just rent. I don't know why I say that as an analogy, but it's like we could just rent this thing. And you're like, no, what, we can build it. Yeah, but we can rent it and it will already be done. Yes, but we can build it on our own. And so it's like you just want to do it your way. You want to do it like a little bit of a different way, but it feels like airy fairy. It feels it's a lift off, it's a takeoff. Very much take off. Like this is like, it looks like you're the rocket here. It's like you're shooting up through the ethers, like there's a fire underneath and it's like smoke coming out of it, because you're lifting off up into the ethers. With the intuition card, which is also like we're already up here in the heavens. So what else here around this for okay, another deck. For Gemini, please. I just got the most goosebumps you could ever have over my legs, like over my thighs, and then going over my knees and a little bit down on my calves, like, but definitely over my thighs and over my knees, like over my legs, just like a flowy feeling, like a goosebumpy flowy feeling. I don't know why. Maybe somebody just had a little bit of shivers, or I don't know why that was here. Well, the cards are really talking. Excuse me. Yeah, you definitely are climbing upwards. You're climbing upwards in vibration, and you're definitely leaving something behind. Not for you. So if we're starting with this not for you, very black and white, very rigid. Like, it's almost like you're tired of people. Like, that's a tough one. If you're tired of people, you're going to be tired a lot. But it just feels like, how does it feel like? It's like, I don't know if you're just a little bit tired of your surroundings, the ordinary mundane life, same group of people, same setting, same old, like same structure, same practical routine. It feels like you're a little bit sick and tired of it, and it feels like the black and white, rigid, because that is not Gemini, and I don't want to disrespect Gemini in any type, shape, or form here, but you sort of have to know who you are around a Gemini, because Gemini tends to be a little bit all over the place, and Gemini doesn't feel that. Gemini is not all over the place. Gemini is open to anything. Gemini is spontaneous. Gemini wants to try everything. And for a black and white person to be next to that, who needs a structure, who needs I need to know. I'm not saying that you're like all over the place and that you can't plan anything. You can probably plan the most because you have so many projects. You probably need a lot of planning. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that Gemini can be very, very black and white. You can be very gray, like you're very gray area, and you can sort of go in between and you can question things. Like Gemini is the big like, why? No, but what, why? But why is that? Because it just says so, you know? And Gemini goes, no, I want to know why in between there. What's in between there? Can we just skip the in between and just go black or white? Can we just... And it's tough for the person to stand next to Gemini who needs order and structure, who is very black or white, or black and white. It's like there's nowhere in between. And then Gemini sits there as a little fortune cookie, like just all happy-go-lucky, and let's just try it. Let's try this next project and this next project, and let's try this, and let's see how this works. And it's also exhausting for Gemini to have a very black and white person, a black or white person right next to them. If Gemini can't have their freedom, and definitely their creative freedom, just knowing that this is the gem of Gemini. This is the beauty of Gemini, that you are so, again, generalizing. Of course, there's so many other aspects playing into who Gemini is in terms of who you are, what you have in your birth chart, like, you know. But if you're Gemini sun, you typically, like, if you're in the constellation of Gemini, a generalization of that is that you are very, very creative, you're very spontaneous, and you're just, I just feel like, so yeah, it might be tough for the black and white person, or black or white person, but it's also very tough and exhausting for Gemini to constantly be held back. If you're next to people that needs to know your every move, and that needs to know, like, we need to plan out the next week, and Gemini goes, I can't plan next, actually, in fact, I have planned next week, but emotionally, like, I don't know where I'm going to be next week. And I think you've started to find this very draining. There's something about being in a pack of black and white people who just need order and structure, and it's sort of just almost like, I just want to get away. I just feel this, like, I just want to get away from it. I just don't want to. You're even tired of your normal pack, like your normal group that you have around you, because it feels, I think you acclimate a lot, Gemini, and maybe you've acclimated like a whole lot more just lately, meaning adjusting. Like, you have adjusted yourself to the situation, you've adjusted yourself to other people's opinions, other people's wishes and wants, other people's wish lists, especially for Christmas, like a wish list. Like, you have adjusted yourself, and for Gemini to adjust themselves I'm not saying it's wrong to every once in a while compromise, and wrong to every once in a while, like, okay, let's do what you want to do. Is it on the top of my list? Would I choose to do that this very moment? No. But because I love my group, I'm gonna do what's best for all right now. But if that goes on forever and ever, Gemini's gonna get sick and tired. Like, you want a way out. Like, I see a window up there that's already sitting in heaven. I'm due for takeoff. Like, really listening to that intuition, what it tells you right now. Like, you don't want to be in this group setting anymore. It's like, and it's not so much that you don't want to be in the group setting. You just don't want to be conformed to or having to adjust, or having to say, okay, I'm just going to chip away a little bit more of myself, and I'm not going to be my normal creative, spontaneous Gemini. I'm going to adjust to what the black and white community wants for me so that everyone is peaceful. Only that's not going to work for the long run. It's just not. And so I feel like this is not for you, and however grand, however far you want to take that, if that is like, I want to leave this group altogether. And I say group because it's like, it can be like for business, like in a group setting, for work. It can be a group setting in a family constellation. It can be a group setting amongst friends. Whatever this is for you, it's like you just want an out right now. It feels like you just want to be, or you want an in. You want to be more of yourself. You want to be Gemini, where you can sort of excel at your own like creative level. It's interesting because it feels like you want to be more creative, and you want to be able to be more spontaneous, and it's like, and something that comes with that is like you really like people, and you like to be around like where like you're the life of the party, right? You're the gem of the party. And yet I feel this, can you just leave me alone for a bit so that but I think that you feel that you want to be left alone only because you haven't been able to, for whatever reason this is, you haven't been able to fully be you, and to fully express yourself, and to be all that you can be, because it's like you're outshining other people, or you're outshining their having to control things and feeling out of order. If Gemini just sort of, what just happened, like there's a tornado. No, it's just Gemini having another little spontaneous creative moment, you know. And again, it's like, it's not you that should be held back. It's you should have the group of people around you that allows for that expressivity is a new word. I just made it up, I think, at least. So then I get my vibration card, and it's funny because I say vibration card, because of course every card is a vibration card. The entirety of me is vibration, but this is like so this is clean it up. This is raising your vibration. This is reaching higher. You're dusting. It's like we see this, and it's funny now because I watched this thing. I just got television. I haven't had television for so long. It's like so many funny. I was like, oh, where do you start? And I was like overwhelmed, and I think I'm gonna actually not have television anymore again. But anyway, it was this show about, like, it's this Swedish, like famous Swedish group of people crossing the Atlantic Ocean, and it's interesting because I just go on a maybe you like that because you're Gemini, but maybe this fits in whatever, I don't know. I saw this other movie the other day with Shailene. Is that her face? Shailene. I adore her. I think she's so good. Oh, I'm ruining everything now because I can't remember her full name. I can't remember the name of the movie. But it was based on a true story. It apparently came out in 2018, and I completely missed it. I just saw it just the other day on Netflix. She was also like on a boat, based on a true story, on a boat on the open water. That's all I'm going to say if you want to watch it. Shailene. Boat story. Anyway, there's so much about being on a boat and the open ocean, the like demands of the ocean. Like the ocean doesn't care. Like the ocean can be so ruthless. I don't know why I'm in all of this, but it's like when I saw the Atlantic thing with the group of Swedish people yesterday or the day before, it was something about like this was the slightest difference. So if you see this card, you see where it's light, right? You see where it's like, if you're watching the video, not just listening, if you're listening, there's a difference in the card here where it's like it's just slightly lighter in some parts of the card and it's slightly darker in some parts. It's not like, you have to really look for it because it's not that big of a difference. And that was sort of what they were showing like on this show as well. Like, okay, in order to avoid a storm, we're actually going to take a different route because it's like, because they saw that there was a storm coming and the difference was so tiny. Again, I don't really know why I'm using this analogy, but it was like the difference between a storm and calm waters was just the tiniest bit of shift in shade on the, like what they were seeing. Like, okay, so here it looks a little bit brighter in the ocean and here it looks a little bit darker. And the darker part was storm. That was storm. And how can we avoid it? And it looks like you're cleaning up the storm. It looks like you just want to be in the brighter parts of it now. And we're cleaning, like just cleaning up the vibration. You're just climbing higher and higher. Ascending, expanding your consciousness, wanting to move into something different, like reading up on it. I just want something different, it feels like. And I'm just going to sort of just float away. I don't even want to use the stairs. I don't want to take this. It takes too long. I just want to be up there. I want to have something new and exciting. I'm talking for you. Exciting. There's something about cleaning it up and seeing the difference. Seeing the difference, the tiny, tiny difference in the what's lighter and what's darker. And understanding that the slightest shift of the shade is between storm and calm waters. So it's not like we don't have to do a major shift or a major a change for it to get stormy or windy or really bad. And we don't have to make like a major shift or change for it to get lighter. It's just the tiniest little dust up. But we have to do it, and you're doing it. You're not happy with this anymore. The black and white sort of, it just confines you. It puts you in a crowded place. It's just, you're like a little bit squeezed in. I'm going to take this to the extension. So if you feel like this, yeah, you completely 100% understand why this is yours. Like this is your reading or you're intrigued by it. I just want to say, long story short, I have moved my extended readings over to a site called Buy Me a Coffee. It's completely based on donations. I think that that's where we're headed in the future. And that's something that I really enjoy. For people to pay whatever they want, when they want. Sometimes we just want to enjoy something and we just don't have the money for it right now. So then you go watch and then you pay later. And for some of you guys, you really enjoy Vimeo. I don't enjoy Vimeo, but I have a contract with them until I think it's around August of this year. And so I also have cut the Vimeo cost in half. I hope that makes you happy. I cut the Vimeo cost in half. You can no longer buy, you can only rent the extended version on Vimeo, and I cut it in half. So I have two options, and that is Buy Me Coffee, donation based, and I have the Vimeo that's renting for 48 hours per pay. Can you say that? So you're welcome to either or. I put both of the links in the description box. And I want to say that we've just started this breathing through all the chakras, breathing yourself back into alignment on my other channel, My True North. If you're interested in that, we've started with the feet. It doesn't matter when you start. It's an individual journey. I post the link to that as well. My True North, if you're interested. That's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, Gemini. I'm so happy to be back. Whoever feels called to the extension, I welcome you there. Thank you so much.